see here, I've literally got, well, it's not even 300 grams in there. These are a nutoffee base boilie. So I'm going to break a few of these up. I'm going to put them over the other side. I'm going to stand behind those trees over there. I'm just going to put some boilies out here. And it's literally going to be a handful. What, 12 to 15 boilies. I'm going to break them up. Try not to spook any of the fish. And yeah, we'll get the sticks out. We'll wrap up. I'm sat over there about 40 yards away and I'm going to be fishing here, just this spot here. So now I've got to try and get some bait just on that spot, but unfortunately it's all overgrown here. So what I'm going to have to do, there's a little gap just here. I'm going to have to throw them up to get them just in that spot there. So I'll do that now. Okay, there you go, dead basic setup. Drop off 1.5 ounce lead, fluorocarbon hook link. That's around 11 inches long. I like it long on this place because of all the chod on the bottom, the twigs and leaves, etc. Fishing German rig style with a bait screw. I don't know whether you can see that. And I've critically balanced this nutoffee wafter with the tiger nut base. So screw that on. And what you'll notice here, because I've actually balanced that myself, I know exactly how that's going to sit. So it enabled me not to have to put any weight on this fluorocarbon hook length, nothing at all. So I'll just double check that now in the edge, and we'll cast it out to 8 wraps right by the trees where you saw me putting the bait earlier. Perfect. Semi-slack line today. Don't want any of that up in the water whatsoever. You'll probably wonder why I'm kneeling down on my unhooking mat to cast. And that's basically because the trees are really low here, and I've got my 10-foot rods, which are obviously not that long, but they're still too long to cast here without causing a problem. And it's also doubling up as a marker as well, sort of kneel on the Prodigy logo, and that's sort of exactly where I'm casting from every time. So I should, in theory, I should be landing on exactly the same spot, providing I get it right, left, you know, left to right, obviously. But yeah, it's that's why. Got a lovely marker over there as well. There's a little branch sticking up out the water, so I'm aiming right for that little branch, and luckily I was right on the money on that one, so I'm hoping that it will rattle off. But I don't think I mentioned it earlier, I've only got around an hour and a half. I got here about 5 o'clock-ish, gets dark at 7. But by the time I've faffed around with setting up my recording equipment and obviously all my fishing gear as well, I've probably got, like I say, about an hour and a half. So with a bit of luck, it'll happen. Probably one of my shortest sessions for God knows how long, but we shall see. It's quite cold now as well. I know the sun's out, but yeah, it's certainly, it feels, I was going to say like winter, but probably not, but it definitely feels autumnal, and the leaves are dropping off the trees as well. So yeah, it's amazing how it changes within a week. I don't know whether you've seen my previous video to this one, where I lost that fish in, well, it was towards the end of the video. Well, I think I mentioned in that film that that was basically down to my really short hook length, for a solid bag hook length, which was around 3.5 inches long. Well, that coupled with barbless hooks, because that's what it is here, it's one of those rules. Really, it's just a no-no. I shouldn't have even done it, but like I said, at the time I was a little bit lazy. But today what I'm doing is, because of that longer hook length I'm using, and coupled with a lighter lead as well, 1.5 ounces, it won't shake the hook so easily. So providing I keep that tension on, and you know, just be careful, I feel like I stand more of a chance today. So that's a good thing. But, look at this thermo or a thinsulate hat on, I think it's called. Yeah, it is, it's a thinsulate hat. 1st of October, last week I was sitting here and it was lovely, absolutely fantastic weather. I wouldn't say it was hot, but it was fairly warm, and it was ideal fishing weather, which I suppose this is, to be honest. It's cold, but they're moving around. I've seen a lot of fish in that corner, just little carp, hard to say how big, but anywhere between 2 and 4 pound I think there were, judging by the amount of splashing. But they're also moving over there as well, where my rig is. So yeah, all looks good. Well, I lost one over in the snags, and I decided to go out one more time, and I'm glad I did. I just caught a lovely little mirror. It's a right old thing, but put up a great scrap. Just got to get it round here before it swims around that corner, because that's where he's going. What he's doing is trying to go for that landing stage there. He's not daft. Here we go. Yes. was probably around, I don't know, 9, maybe 10 at a push. But even so, really enjoyed that. It was a right wily old thing. It knew exactly what it was doing. It's headed straight for the snags again, where all the branches are hanging in the water. And when I eventually turned him, he tried to go round the other side of the pool into the corner. And then when I turned him from that corner, he tried to swim. Well, he did swim towards me, but then he took a dive for the landing stage to my right. So yeah, you know, people say they're thick, but they're not. They know exactly what they're doing. They look for these snags. But yeah, I got him in. So really happy with that. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna pack up and head off home, because it's gone quite chilly now, and I think I've probably only got about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so of light left. So yeah, I'm off.